Potatoes are a home garden staple. They're easy to start, low maintenance, rewarding, and delicious. But what's the best way to grow them? For such a straightforward crop, potatoes can sometimes seem really complicated. When should you plant them? To chit or not to chit? How should you grow them? And when should you harvest? Yeah, it can be a lot, but here's what works for me. Get your seed potatoes ordered and in your possession by 4 weeks before last frost. Chit them and then cut them into little pieces with a few sprouted eyes per piece. Let those pieces callus over for a few days. And then, pop them into a grow bag. For my money, grow bags are one of the absolute wonders of a home garden. They allow you to create your own ecosystem. They're customizable for virtually anything you want to grow. And potatoes do really well in them. Many people think of potatoes as an in-ground crop, probably because they're tubers, which are often mistaken as a root crop. But really, it just means that they're growing from underground stems. But growing potatoes in a grow bag provides the perfect environment to fatten up the tubers for harvest. You can get the soil nutrition just right, and also ensure that the structure is perfect for your plants, allowing them to grow tons of potatoes with no resistance. And they save you a good bit of space, and harvesting couldn't be easier. When harvesting potatoes in the ground or in beds, you're doing your best to dig around the plants to ensure that you're getting as many potatoes as you can without harming any of the harvest. But unless you're digging them all out by hand, you're likely to damage some of your potatoes when you harvest by accidentally stabbing them with your garden fork or spade. It's not the end of the world, but it can definitely be annoying to jab a potato after waiting months to harvest it. You also run the risk of not getting every potato out of the ground or the bed, which means you're going to end up with volunteer plants, whether you like it or not. Potatoes grow from seed potatoes, which are just potatoes that are allowed to sprout. And leaving any potato or potato remnants in your growing space all but guarantees that you're going to get some random potato plants growing at some point. For example, I grew my first earlies in this grow bag this season. I hand harvested because I didn't need them all at once. But I missed some, and now here we are in late August, and I have new potato plants sprouting in this bag. And this happens in garden beds all the time. It's common for gardeners to choose a bed and basically resign themselves to that being their potato bed forevermore because of volunteer plants. If you're growing potatoes in ground or in beds, you're very unlikely to harvest 100% of the potatoes. But there's a very easy solution for this when you choose to grow your potatoes in grow bags. When should I harvest? It's probably the most common question people ask when growing potatoes. It's a complex question with not really a clear answer, but general guidance when it comes to your main crop potatoes is to wait until the plants have completely died back. This ensures that your plants have transferred all possible energy down into the tubers. Now, it's not hard and fast. If you want new potatoes, you can actually start harvesting after the plant flowers. If you're looking to store potatoes for months, you'll typically want the plant to completely die back, and then wait a week or two before harvesting. These Elba potatoes are my main crop this year, and they have absolutely thrived. They've gotten tall enough to start buckling under their own weight, but they continue to be nice and green still, so they are not yet ready for harvest. I'm going to let them go until they completely die back. It's going to be at least another month or so. But my second earlies, also known as mid-season potatoes, are Yukon Gems. And these have grown throughout the season, done a really great job, and now they've completely died back. There's nothing left for them to give to the tubers that are beneath the surface, so it's time to get them harvested. Now remember, I could employ all of the same harvesting methods as I would if I were growing these in ground, but I can do something when harvesting these grow bags that I could never do with another growing method, and I guarantee there will be no potato left behind. First, I'll grab my wheelbarrow and move it right next to the bag that I'm going to harvest, and then I dump it out. Dumping the bag into a wheelbarrow will help with cleanup, and dumping the entire contents of the bag ensures I'm harvesting every last potato. Instead of a wheelbarrow, you could also just lay down a tarp and dump the bag onto that. That's something you just can't do with a garden bed. This makes harvesting so easy. And look at all these potatoes I'm getting from just one bag. This is another great thing about growing potatoes in grow bags. I planted 4 pieces of seed potatoes in the bag at the beginning of the season, maybe about a half pound of seed potatoes. And now, look at this harvest. And from just 1/2 pound of planted potatoes, now I've got 30 potatoes weighing in over 5 pounds. I have 4 bags this size growing Yukon Gems this year, which means I can expect to harvest at least 20 pounds of Yukon Gems this season. And when I'm done harvesting, cleanup is super simple. I can just shovel the soil back into the bag and then dump what remains on top after most of the soil is transferred. And then if I wanted to, I could dump another grow bag and do it all over again. For the home gardener who wants to grow potatoes, there really is nothing like using containers. Whether you use grow bags, 5-gallon buckets, or cardboard boxes, growing potatoes in containers is a great solution with guaranteed success. Let us know in the comments below your favorite way to grow potatoes. I'm not saying that this is absolutely the best way to grow potatoes. That all comes down to personal preference and the availability of space. I'm also not saying that this is the only method to grow potatoes. There are tons of methods, and there are a couple that I haven't tried before that I'm definitely going to try next season. But this method, it works for me. And if you haven't tried it yet, I encourage you to give it a shot. Happy growing.